What is going on, my friends? Welcome back to yet another video. Now, if you guys have been following along with some of my recent uploads, and if you haven't, well, you can change that by subscribing right now and turning on notifications. And if you want to go an extra mile for your boy, if DFP is your favorite content creator, slap like on this video. So if you've been following along, you know I've been covering all of the recently buffed 450 RPM pulse rifles. So what have we covered so far? Bad Juju, we did the BXR, and we've done the Ogma PR6. All three of those weapons are absolutely outstanding in my opinion. And the Outbreak Perfected has an almost cult-like following, I believe. There are some people that just absolutely love Outbreak Perfected. Are you one of those people? Well, then just leave it in the comment section. I love Outbreak and I will love your comment. Transactional, transactional. But anyway, it has such a cult following that I decided I absolutely have to do a video on this as well. And then also just let you know what my opinion is on where this stacks up compared to its contemporaries. People will tell you that Bad Juju is not as good as Outbreak Perfected. I disagree, to be honest with you, but I'm going to get into that. First of all, I want to talk about the basics of Outbreak Perfected. So let's talk range, for example. This thing has 17 zoom and a range stat of 64, very generous aim assist stat of 65, and also it rocks up with 40 stability, a very, very deceiving 40 stability, might I add. However, that 40 stability, whilst deceiving, is no longer as deceiving as it once was. And again, we will get into that. So when it comes to range, all pulse rifles, every single type of pulse rifle received a blanket buff to their range this season. Outbreak is no different, looking at least 37 meters before you start to notice that range fall off. When it comes to exotic traits, it's all about the corruption spreads on the Outbreak Perfected. This weapon creates SIVA nanite swarms on rapid hits and precision kills. I think it's very, very nice. It also has Outlaw on it for the reload, and the weapon also has Parasitism. This weapon does more damage to enemies based on the number of SIVA nanites that attach to them. Now, I've got to be honest, the main perk is PvE. The exotic catalyst also basically just buffs the nanites. It's called Disease Vector. Increases nanite damage. Enemies that die with nanites attached to them generate additional nanites. So it's nanites, nanites, and more nanites. SIVA, SIVA, and some SIVA. That is what the exotic perk is all about on this weapon. But I have to be honest, in my opinion, the exotic traits on this weapon are situational at best in PvP, to the point where I don't think having the catalyst is even going to make a massive amount of difference to how successful you're going to be using this weapon. The advantage of this weapon is the consistency and the reliability of the weapon, and it complements very well the buffs to this archetype of weapon. So what they did is basically make it so you don't need to hit as many crits before to hit that optimal 0.87 time to kill. And on the surface, it looks like a small change, but really it makes the weapon and just the archetype in general far stronger. You combine the range buffs and how stable this gun is. Now, like I said, 40 stability, yet it's probably the most stable pulse rifle in the game. And on the surface, the weapon has no stability perks, no stability traits. Now, there's been speculation over the years that it has some hidden traits on the weapon, and maybe that is exactly what it is. It has a hidden trait that boosts the accuracy and stability the longer you fire the gun, who knows? But I can tell you this for a fact, it's buttery smooth, it does not move. The reticle just stays in a perfect vertical line. It is very, very good. It's strange too because it does have a recoil direction of 90. It's not at 100 recoil direction, but 90 recoil direction, it just basically might as well be vertical. It kicks up like a breeze. And look at this range. We are on the biggest map in the game, and you can see it's not getting damage fall off until they are really far away at most. This thing is an absolute workhorse of a weapon. But now the question, the title of the video is Outbreak Perfected meta. I think it's kind of meta, but I just genuinely believe it's outshined by a few other options in this archetype now. I think if you can control your recoil just a little bit on your pulse rifle, which is not hard to do, to be honest, and I'm not talking about this one, I'm talking about other pulses, then the main benefit of this weapon is the nanite swarms, and you just saw it there. It kicked in for me there. It got that guy nice and weak for me. But like I said, that's a situational thing. Not every time you get a pick, there's going to be someone stood right next to him to take all that damage from the nanites. A lot of the times you're going to get a kill, the nanites are just going to be chilling there for a bit and then they're gone. And really, it's not doing anything for you. So if you can control the recoil a little bit better, you could use Bad Juju, and Bad Juju is going to be giving you the similar sort of range and obviously the same damage, but it's going to be loading automatically when you get a kill. It's going to be giving you extra super damage on a kill. It's going to be giving you increased damage on a kill. There's so many more things going for Bad Juju, as well as Bad Juju also being a full auto weapon as well. So Bad Juju has so many traits that this weapon doesn't. And whilst I would say there's no doubt that this is probably better in PvE, because this weapon can be used for DPS in PvE, it's very, very strong. The nanites are incredible in PvE. But when it comes to a PvP scenario, I truly believe Outbreak is a great weapon, but the only thing it really has going for it is the stability. If you look at the BXR Battler, the BXR Battler does range better than this, it does hip fire better than this, and it has obviously a variety of perks you can get on it that are more useful in PvP than Outbreak's perks. And again, listen, I just made a video on the Ogma the other day and nobody watched it. I don't know, the algorithm didn't like that video. I don't know what it did. That's just a story of the year for me on YouTube. One video will get like 60,000 views and the next will get like 5,000. I don't know. But I did a video on it and I've been using the Ogma all weekend in trials. By the way, I've been streaming trials live over on Twitch, twitch.tv/shake. And I've been using the Ogma all weekend and I'm telling you, the Ogma is insane. There is no way that I would use Outbreak Perfected over the Ogma in PvP. That might sound crazy to hear, but I'm telling you that the Pogma PR6 with the specific role that I have is an insane weapon. It has more aim assist than this thing as well. And yeah, I just feel like this, for me, if I'm to rank the 450 pulses, this is at the bottom. And it's not because it's bad. That doesn't mean it's bad, it's good. I just think they're better. That includes the Chattering Bone as well. The Chattering Bone is the last wish kinetic 450 pulse that you can get. Now bear in mind this is 450 lightweights, by the way, guys. Don't drop in the comment section about those 450 burst aggressives. They're a completely different archetype. So the Chattering Bone is a last wish raid weapon and it can get some really, really good rolls on it. Some really, really good PvP rolls. And I just genuinely believe it is better than the Outbreak Perfected. Now, if you disagree and you're an Outbreak lover, just tell me why in the comment section. I would love to hear it. Now, I do want to go back to why this weapon is good. I did just kind of disparage it a little bit by saying all of the other ones are better. But let's just talk about the gameplay in front of you. Let's talk about the sight. By the way, I am using an ornament on the Outbreak Perfected right now that makes it have a sort of Trials of Osiris themed sight. It really, really changes the sight. And I really prefer it. Now, if you don't like the original sights, maybe that'll be a problem for you. If you're not trying to pay to win like your boy. You know what I'm saying? Big up Eververse and Tess, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, listen. I personally had a ton of fun using the Outbreak though when I did. It's an effortless weapon, and if you just want to pick something up that's going to be effective at all ranges, mid, long, even close. By the way, nice golden gun. If you're going to be effective at all ranges and you just don't want to control that recoil too much, then this is the gun for you. Look at that, that guy's right in my face and I'm still steadily beaming him. Don't sleep on the Outbreak Perfected, my friends. It is an absolutely sensational weapon. Now guys, that's the end of the video. If you enjoyed the video, do me a favor and leave a thumbs up, subscribe, comment, follow me on Twitch, join the Discord. All the links you need are in the description, and I will see you guys in the next video. Oh yeah, and I'm live on Twitch right now, so come over, click that link. Yo, yo, yo. Much love. Peace out.